Am I the a-hole for ruining my daughter's birthday? Hey everybody, welcome back to Am I the Devil, where we decide if you're a devil
or an angel.
At the end of this video, we're gonna pick the biggest a-hole of all, so stay tuned for that. This is a game. Sometimes I might play the devil's advocate, and sometimes Mike might try to see the good in people. All right, let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for ruining my daughter's birthday? I should also note that ruining has quotation marks on it for ruining my daughter's birthday.
Her cake was vanilla instead of chocolate. I mean, these things are pretty huge when you're a kid, you know? It's life or death.
Well, let's see what it says. I, 45 male, have 3 kids, 16 male, 14 male, and 12 female. This story concerns 12 female. Now, my daughter's birthday falls on New Year's, so it tends to be disregarded, never on purpose, because it's between 2 big holidays, but we've always tried to make her feel special. My daughter is a known introvert and tends to spend a lot of time in her room. And if we're at a family event, she sits in a corner on her phone.
Kids today. Back in our day, we would just stare at a wall or like a menu.
I wish I had a phone to stare at.
If we're going out to dinner, I'd just like look at the menu and like flip it upside down and like play with the fork and like try and bend it like in the Matrix.
I would go hide in the bathroom, honestly.
You know what? That's what we used to do. My brothers and I would go to the bathroom, or one would go to the bathroom and then the other would go down, and then we would just like sit in there and put soap, like do the soap dispenser. Why did I do that? I don't like pressing it. Moving on.
Moving on. She's also very unconventional, in quotation marks again, in the sense that she doesn't desire a lot of the things that are typical of girls her age. Me and my wife have tried to fix this and get her to open up more, but to no avail. The issue arose because when me and my wife asked her how she wanted to spend her birthday, she said something along the lines of alone with snacks in my room.
Honestly, like not that bad of a birthday.
I don't know if I would really mind that. Yeah, I don't know if
I mean,
it's what she wants,
for a
it's what she
12-year-old,
wants.
maybe there's something else going on.
I mean, it's not typical. Like, it certainly is not typical of something to ask for your birthday. But at the end of the day, that's what she wants to do.
Maybe she's being bullied or something. I don't know.
So this request wasn't outlandish for her, but spending your birthday alone doesn't seem like a good way to spend your birthday. It would also reflect poorly on us, as the family likes big celebrations. So how you're perceived is more important than what your daughter wants?
Hey, maybe she's just a bit of an introvert and you guys take up a lot of space.
Maybe she doesn't like you guys. Like, I'm just saying.
I mean, almost a teenage girl. She probably hates everything, right? Were you like that at 12? Or just now?
Just now. I was alone a lot as a kid, but it was also because I don't like most people. Believe me, I would have loved to have not been alone and like had friends and stuff like that, but people were also like really so it made me realize that like maybe being alone is like a lot more peaceful. I'll just be alone with my ladybugs and collect the ladybugs in the gloves. Okay, so instead we invited family over on her birthday for a birthday/New Year's celebration. It was a barbecue with lots of snacks, a projector that my brother bought, and we rented a bouncy castle. I thought she would realize that this was a better and more productive way to spend her birthday, but I was wrong. She was miserable the whole time and just sat in the corner. When we left late at night, she started screaming at me and my wife about how we ruined her birthday. My wife did most of the scolding and she was sent to her room. How could we ruin her birthday if her plans were just bed rotting? Because she asked you for something like specific and then you went and did literally the exact opposite. If I were to hear, I just want to be alone right now. Mike, when you tell me I want to be alone right now and I decide to have a party, you're going to be pissed off, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, especially if I'm tired.
Especially if you're tired. When someone tells you for their birthday, honestly, I really want to be alone.
Maybe there needs to be more context. Like sometimes if your kids, maybe like they thought that she was like being a little lonely and they wanted to like do something special for her. Maybe sometimes kids won't like be honest and say what they really want. Like they want to be alone, but they feel like they don't have friends.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, maybe this could be something that they could try a different day, not on the day where she specifically asked to be alone. She was also mad because she didn't get the gift she wanted, which was a hot chocolate machine. Sounds like something you would say. She's the only family member who drinks hot chocolate and she's not 50. Why would that have anything to do with wanting a hot chocolate machine?
Do older people like hot chocolates?
I don't know.
I like hot chocolates.
I just fail to understand. Well, she's not 50. What do you mean? Do 50-year-olds like hot chocolate? Okay, so we got her something else that we thought she would appreciate more. So you literally did not get her anything she asked for her birthday. Like not one thing, except maybe the snacks.
It's tough. Like, I guess when you're a kid and you say like, I want something, I didn't get this for my birthday. Is she like a little spoiled?
I mean, could be, but like that was added, compounded on top of the fact that like all she wanted to do was be alone. You know what? I will be honest. Sometimes when I say I want to be alone, that's genuinely what I want. It's not because there's something wrong. It's just like I need time to like process.
Solitude. That's it. There's nothing wrong with solitude.
And then I come out and I'm a happy camper and like things are fine. There's no need to like question why I need to be alone or if I'm mad or like whatever. I just know that like, and Mike knows now that like when it's like, okay, I want to be alone. I want quiet time. I'm not mad. I just want to be alone. And then when the alone time is over, I'm fine again. Like I'm fine. I'm chipper. I'm happy. Like everything is fine. I don't know if I would want to be alone on my birthday, but that's like what she wanted. This morning, she ignored all of us, including my sons who are on our side because they think she's being ungrateful since the party was great. I was just trying to make her birthday special. Am I the a-hole? Like, it's not that you're an a-hole. It's just that like you could be better about listening and understanding your daughter.
I get what you're trying to do. I don't think you're an a-hole. I just think that maybe you got to listen a little bit better to your daughter.
I was a little worried about this one because like I feel like there's a lot of introverts on Reddit.
For sure.
I feel like there's a lot of introverts on Reddit and like the comments reflect that. You're the a-hole. I mean, you cannot really be this obtuse. You asked her what she wanted. She told you, you ignored her. You did the exact opposite. Of course, she's upset. You have no business scolding her for a situation of your own making. I feel like parents tend to gravitate toward what's best for you instead of like what you ask for. I know my parents are absolutely awful. Like I can literally tell them exactly what I want and they will still get me something completely different. And then I look like an ungrateful asshole. I don't think that they're assholes for it. I think that they
just think that like you would appreciate what they appreciate.
Yeah, like they want to put more thought in it. Like they want to get me something that they.
But to them, it's like like this beautiful gift, and it's
yeah,
like it
they
is
love
beautiful.
It. Yeah, totally. So I don't think that they're a-holes. Do I think that they could listen better? Like, yeah.
So that's the thing is like I don't think he's an a-hole. I think he could listen better, and if anything, now it brought them closer because like in the end, I think it might bring them closer because he'll learn from his mistake.
Hopefully. Okay, but hopefully. Listen, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He like deleted his account and stuff like that. So
really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the comments are absolutely ripping him apart.
Yeah, but that's probably why. It's like this is not something worth taking a guy's head off for.
I mean,
it's not gonna ruin her.
Comments disagree. You're the a-hole. She was also mad because she didn't get the gift she wanted, which was a hot chocolate machine. She's the only family member who drinks hot chocolate. She's not 50, so we got her something else. Gross. What awful parenting. Nasty bullying family on our side. That's so gross. What parents pit kids against each other and claim kids are on our side? The party was not great for your daughter. The party was a huge failure for your daughter, the birthday girl, which you don't care about. Terrible parenting. I struggle to believe this is real.
Some pretty strong words. I don't know if
those are pretty strong words. I mean, I do agree kind of the way that OP described the situation, I didn't really appreciate. Like fixing, he said that he was gonna fix his daughter. They've tried to fix his daughter.
I think there was something else that he said about how they do like big things or like a big open family. Sometimes like it's just like the funny way the world works is like you're a very big outgoing family and then you end up having a really quiet introverted child. Yeah. Maybe it's because they take so much space.
They take up a lot of space. Like that's the thing about big loud families is that like I feel like everybody's kind of fighting for their time in the spotlight. It's kind of like not her fault that she is the way she is.
I get what what the parents are trying to do. Maybe there's more things that have like suggested some strange behavior. You know what? I do think it's kind of weird being like, why is she so weird? Like, why is she not like us? Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But maybe like it was just one last ditch effort to be like, okay, maybe like if we do this, like we can shake her out of this funk. And like I said earlier, they're going to grow closer because he's learning that like she's introverted and she likes to be quiet and that's fine.
Hopefully he does learn that.
I don't think he's an a-hole. I think he should listen more.
I tend to agree. I know the comments are like really, really mad. I think at the end of the day, maybe the intentions were in the right place. Should we put him in purgatory? The purg? Or is he just a straight up a-hole?
He's definitely not a straight up a-hole. I mean, like, don't come at me. I think that, especially with regards to the hot chocolate thing, like if the kid's under 13 or 14, just buy them what they want.
Yeah,
like a gift. Don't like get them something like ridiculous. Just get them what they want. So I'm going to say purg.
Yeah, we're going to say the purg.
I know you're leaning like lower purg.
Yeah. So we're going to put you in the purg, maybe like level P2.
He's at the portal of purgatory where it says, abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
We'll put him at P2. P2, purgatory 2. Moving on. My 32 male, fiance, 30 female, blocked me. How can I get closure? Ooh, okay. I mean, bestie, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that kind of is your closure. I feel like that's like an indication that maybe she does not want to talk to you right now.
I'm just going to say that the door is not only closed, but it is locked and the windows are covered. So moving on, I need some context.
We'll get the context. Last year, I started going to this rock climbing gym and I met the most amazing, beautiful woman. Let's call her Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
She's smart, funny, kind, and sweet. She has an aura that is unmatched by this entire universe. I started questioning everything I knew about love. I had a fiance, but my fiance never made me feel this way.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
I beg your finest pardon. What are you talking about? Sure, I loved her, but she never made me feel the way Crystal felt. No woman ever did. Ooh.
Uh-oh, buddy.
Ooh. Crystal is married, but also never felt this way before. We knew we couldn't ignore this feeling and we started dating each other. Ooh.
Oh, no. Buddy, you're already like past P3.
Yeah.
You're in H3. You're in H3 right now. Already.
Basement. You're in the basement. The relationship was the most amazing relationship I ever had. I called off the wedding and Crystal said she would divorce her husband, but it would take longer because they have a daughter and she has to get her house in order before she can leave. Unfortunately for her, her husband found out because of bad OPSEC on her part. OPSEC. What's that? Okay, so bad, like, yeah, maybe she wasn't like secretive
sexting
enough.
Yeah. Oh no. She wasn't
Okay,
secretive
so
enough.
she didn't keep us a secret. And this blew up everything. While the timing wasn't what she wanted, I figured this was a blessing in disguise and we could start our life together even quicker than we planned. I have a decent sized house and had no problem with her moving in even before we got married. But that's not what happened. She blocked me on everything.
Interesting.
I couldn't believe it. I called her from a Google phone to make sure she was safe and she didn't answer and just messaged me saying, hey, please stop contacting me. I'm trying to work things out with my husband. I shouldn't have let it get this far between us, but I do not feel that way about you. I'm sorry for everything. Wow.
How does it feel to be served your lunch?
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
So wait, she literally spelled it out for you, and I'm sorry, you're coming to Reddit to ask how you can get closure? Like that bestie, that's your closure.
I think I have an answer for this, but let's just have fun with it.
Okay, we're not done yet.
I know we're not done.
My heart stopped. I begged her to call me. She never did. When I make a number, she just blocks it. I'm hurt, confused, and depressed. I just don't know, man. I don't know what this was to her. To me, she was the love of my life, someone that has made me feel like a star. I realized that love you see in those fairy tale movies that I thought was for show was actually real and you can experience it in real life. She said she felt the same, but if she felt the same, why would she treat me like this? Just blocks me with barely an explanation. I don't know, man, but any advice would be helpful. She's allowed to change her mind, I think. Obviously, you need to stop trying to contact her. Like, it's over.
It's different that like you're with your fiance. She is a kid and a husband.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's probably better for the child that they figure it out. And you've already ruined their dynamic. He's probably not going to trust her for a very long time. Nor, I don't know how old they're.
That was probably a condition for continuing the marriage. She had to probably cut off all contact with you. So, I mean, obviously, I understand it's hard to hear, but she has flat out told you no. The glimmer of, you know, the cheating and hypothetically, you know, I feel like when people cheat, it's sort of like, oh, like this fantasy of like what could be, but then reality comes crashing down.
It's what's novel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to imagine what things would be like and like.
No, don't.
But like reality is much different. Her reality is that she is married and that she would have to go through a lot in order to get a divorce. And not only that, she has a kid to think about. And I think that the reality of what you guys have done has finally caught up with her and she's changed her mind. And unfortunately for you, you have to respect that, I think.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but I can't feel sorry for you, especially for what you did to your ex-fiance. Yeah. I mean, so you cheated, clearly, and now you're kind of like not taking no for an answer.
Is this logic? Like, I abandoned my life. Why are you not doing it? Like, I thought we had an agreement kind of thing. I don't know. Weird.
Reality is f***ed up, man. Like, I don't know if you guys know what it means to like actually get a divorce, but like that gets ugly. Like, that is one of the worst things that can happen is to get a divorce and to have an ugly divorce. Like, it will ruin.
We don't say that word in front of each other. We say the D word.
No, but I'm just the D word. No, but it is literally the most horrible experience that you can possibly go through as a human being, like while you're still like living. You know what I mean? Like it is really, really, really bad. It is horrible and it takes up a very long portion of your life, especially if it's nasty. And some people don't want to go through with that. And it's even worse when you have kids. All right, this person made a really good comment. This is the normal outcome of an affair. The married person always claims to be preparing for divorce, but has no intention to do so. Or, you know, they're thinking about it, but then when faced with the reality, it's too hard.
Or they have an understanding partner who's willing to forgive them if they take the steps.
For
and
sure.
sometimes like it's very nice. It's not necessary, but it's nice. Like especially if you have a kid and your partner had an affair or they were thinking about it, for the betterment of the kid, it's always better to try and resolve it. Even though
it's always better
the trust
to
will always be an issue
try and
moving
resolve
forward.
it. Yeah. There's always a reason that they can't do it. You're not going to get closure from her, but you might get a visit from the police to tell you to stop harassing her if you don't leave her alone. She already told you how she feels. You don't want to believe it. To the extent that you'll ever get closure, it will be when you accept that your affair wasn't as special to her. Yeah, you got your closure. I was actually thinking that all she did was block you, and like that, to be honest, is closure. Like if you're ever in a situationship with somebody and like they just stop responding or they block you or whatever, that is your closure. You don't need to have like a final conversation because like it doesn't even sound like this person wants closure. It sounds like he wants to try and convince her to come back to him. Honestly, you're a cheater, and honestly, if you kind of keep harassing this woman, I kind of feel like you're harassing this person now. I personally think you're the devil, but what do you think?
Yeah, I like to see good in people, but unfortunately when I see you, I just see poo and ass. So I'm going to send you straight down the prickly slide, all the way past to P1, P4, down to H3.
Okay, so I feel like this one is kind of contender for biggest a-hole of the video. Wait to the end to find out who won. Moving on. How do I, 25 female, tell my friend, 24 male, he can do much better than his girlfriend, 26 female?
Oh, God. I hate this. This is so triggering.
I smell a devil. So I'm not sure if this is my place or not to say, but my friend just introduced his girlfriend to the group and she was not attractive.
Oh my God.
At all by conventional standards. I also know for a fact that that's not his type. He does not like bigger girls at all. Ooh! Even my fiance, 27 male, was surprised and agreed she wasn't on his level. Oh, I hate it. Ooh. So some background on our friendship. We went to middle school and high school together. About a year ago, we recently connected because we live in the same apartment complex. Neither one of us are from DC and actually are from way further away. So when we ran into each other, it was crazy. Anyways, we weren't close for middle school or high school, but during those years, he definitely was the loner kid. Wasn't attractive, but since then he came to his own and he looks good. His body is amazing, but he still can't dress, unfortunately. So I feel like this is a case of someone who was seen as like not attractive and therefore developed a amazing personality, and maybe he doesn't see looks as the most important thing.
I love that take. It's a great take.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, babe.
Is that why you're married to me?
No, it's because you're funny.
Oh, it is because I'm funny.
It's because you're funny.
Yeah, that's when you say because you're also handsome.
Because you're handsome and funny. When my fiance and I were talking about this, he thinks 24 male must still look at himself even through a high school lens and thinks he's a loser and doesn't realize he can get way more attractive girls now. Yeah, again, I would change that and say he grew up where looks weren't important to him.
Yeah.
And now maybe looks are not as important to him. And you, like maybe
she's beautiful and you're and not your type.
Maybe she's just a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Like who gives a shit? That doesn't mean that she's not conventionally attractive. Maybe he likes that. You ever think about that?
Maybe he likes it.
Yeah. My fiance think it's worth one or both of us having a conversation with him. Oh God, this is so cringy. And letting him know we like his girlfriend. If that's who you want to date, then cool. But if you want someone more attractive, you can definitely get that. Ooh.
Here's a little PSA here. Unless there's visible physical abuse or emotional abuse or like very outwardly behavior, don't tell someone what they should do in their relationship because you are not in that relationship. You don't know what they're doing privately, okay? You don't know what the relationship is like, okay? They might have an incredible one, but outwardly it like looks weird or it's not what you thought it was for them. Because in the end, it might be the perfect person for them and I guess time will tell, right? But just leave them alone.
Leave them alone. It's none of your business. For the love of God, it's not like he's like, you're literally gonna stage an intervention. Like he's not addicted to anything. He's just dating someone that maybe you just don't. You also sound just so unbelievably shallow, and that could not, if you do that, that will not go well for you. Like you will, and maybe honestly, maybe you should do it so that he knows that you're not a nice person.
Yeah, you're actually kind of a friend.
Yeah, you sound like a really person. I'm not gonna lie. Like you suck.
Give them a chance, man. Ugh, this stuff drives me nuts.
So, important comment. You just met this girl. Your friend likes this girl enough to introduce you to his friends, and you automatically write her off because she doesn't look like his type. You know nothing about their relationship dynamic. Get to know her before casting judgment. Literally, like it would be one thing if she was like rude to you.
Is there anything about what she said, or like was she like
No,
nice?
there's nothing about her personality or anything. Like there's nothing about her being rude or anything. She just doesn't like the way that this girlfriend looks. She's a bigger girl.
So let's go over to Reddit.
Maybe someone has to agree with me.
No, we don't.
By saying that, you're questioning the judgment of your friend. Really, you're saying like he isn't smart enough or emotionally intelligent enough to find someone that is good for him. So I don't think you're a good friend.
Honestly, on that point, remember this, he still can't dress, unfortunately, okay? So she also is judgmental and shallow toward her friend, not just his girlfriend.
Yeah, man, people like that, they just see the world that way.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate.
You are just a bully who looks down on others. Honestly, you kind of sound like a bully. I ain't gonna lie. Like, honestly, go ahead and bring this up to him, and I hope that you guys do not continue your friendship, because this is, like, mean. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, you're not, like, cheater devil, but you're definitely, like, a bully devil.
Levels like 3 to infinity are like cheaters, physical and emotional abusers. I feel like levels 1 to 3 are sketchy behavior.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, shallow, judgmental.
Yeah.
Like bad character. So you are the a-hole. And I think that you belong on like level H1.
H1. Because I feel like maybe if she gets a stern talking to, she'll realize that, hey, you know, I shouldn't be talking about people like this, and I don't know what's going on in the relationship.
I hope that you come around and you realize that what you're saying is quite awful. I hope you read the comments, honestly. Oh, she is in the comments. We just want to make sure this is what he wants and it's not settling because he thinks he has to. It has nothing to do with the girl. I think she's very nice and would certainly be her friend. She just kind of seems to be honestly doubling down on her responses.
No, I know the logic for her is like, we want what's best for him because we care about him.
Yeah, but like that's none of her business. Like they didn't like
I get it. It makes sense. Like if she's doing some things that are major red flags.
Yeah. No, but she was a really like nice girl.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say H2 because like this person has an entire comment section telling her that she's a jerk and she seems to be doubling down like over and over and over again. I'm going to say H2 because like H1, I feel like, okay, there's the opportunity for her growth. She's being told that she shouldn't be acting this way and she doesn't seem to be taking the advice.
She'll be sort of stuck in the elevator.
Deal.
Stuck in the elevator between H1 and H2.
Deal.
Moving on.
Am I overreacting? I, 31 male, am offended by my girlfriend, 28 female, saying we had a really good time instead of a great time.
Oh my God, dude. What are you talking about?
Wait, really? Last night, we went out with friends and I honestly had a great time. On the way home, I told my girlfriend, I had a great time tonight. And she replied with, yeah, we had a really good time.
Is it not the same thing?
Honestly, I feel like great and really good are not that different. Like I would say great, it might be like up a little bit, but really good and great are pretty close, no?
It's just how people talk.
Yeah.
Like, I had a really good time last night.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
I had a great time too.
I think you're grasping at straws here, buddy boy, bucko.
This really took me back. For me, the night was great. But why would she say really good when I clearly said great?
If he says really good in any of this description, we have to like it's like that Leo meme.
Don't you mean great? Don't you mean great?
Whoop.
It feels like she downgraded the experience for no reason. Well, okay, so listen, you're kind of policing what her words are, but also maybe she didn't have a great time. Maybe your experience was great, and maybe hers was really good.
Maybe she doesn't like to use the word great. Maybe for her, really good is great. And maybe for you, great is really good. Does that make sense? Oh, no,
really,
I've gone
no.
cross-eyed.
No, not really. Honestly, you kind of sound like someone who's like anxious, you know, one of those anxious attachment people
Yeah.
that like fixate on little things and you assume that your partner doesn't like you after they do, like, honestly, kind of like objectively, like there's nothing
wrong.
There's nothing wrong. The irony, I actually know a few people who are like this, but it actually ends up pushing away the prospective partner or their current partner because nobody wants to be like nitpicked at over and over and over again.
Yeah, but sometimes you wonder, right? It's like the chicken or the egg. I mean, that's for another day, but I think the egg came first. I'm more of an egg guy myself.
You're an egg guy?
I'm an egg guy.
You're an eggy guy.
I'm an
You
eggy
smell
guy.
like an eggy guy.
Yeah, I can be an eggy farty guy, you know? Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so basically sometimes you don't know if like maybe he had these issues like before, like maybe someone abandoned him, like he had some bad relationships. We don't know this context. Was he like this always and that's why he hasn't been able to get into relationships, or did someone hurt him and make him this way? So like we don't know, you know, maybe I'm just trying to find the good in this guy. Even though he sounds a little, this sounds like a Curb Your Enthusiasm
You're ruining
episode.
my fun. I met one of my friends, 30 male, for coffee today to catch up and talk about this as I needed to pick someone's brain. And I told him about her reaction to our night out yesterday. He was also there. And he agrees it was kind of rude. He said wording matters and that it's weird that she wouldn't just say great back.
Why are you enabling your friend?
Yeah, honestly.
This is ridiculous.
Like, I can't really see how you could take it offensively unless it was, okay, let's play this out. Say I had a really great time last night.
Hey, I had a really great time last night.
Yeah, it was really good.
So that's one way.
It was a really good time.
You could also say, ready? I had a great time last night.
Yeah, it was really good. It could have been perceived in that way if she said it in a way that was rude. But she didn't say pretty good. She said really good. No, I hate it. No.
Dude, why are you trying to rationalize
I don't know.
the irrational?
It doesn't make sense. Okay, sorry. I was trying. I really try to hear people out, okay?
Maybe you need to sit down in P3 if you're trying to side with this guy.
This is also not the first thing. Oh, okay. Recently, we got into a small argument because she skipped dinner for one of my other friends' birthdays and only came for drinks later, saying she was busy with work. So your friend had a birthday. She came, just not for the dinner part. I feel like
Wait, what's he complaining about?
He's complaining that she didn't come to the dinner portion and only came for drinks because she was busy with work.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She didn't like skip work to come to your dinner because she was busy, because that pays her bills.
Yeah.
At least she showed up.
At least she
showed up.
She showed up.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like if you care, you make time, especially for a birthday dinner. We've only been dating for 2 months.
And it's only been 2 months?
It's only been 2 months.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse. If they were dating for like a year and a half, that's one thing.
I like realistically, she's probably only met this friend like what, maybe like once or twice or something. With all this happening, it's making me reconsider, am I overreacting? Yes, you are overreacting.
Can we turn my mic up just for a second? Yes. Yes, you are.
You are.
You are.
I wouldn't necessarily say that you're an a-hole. I think that you have an anxious attachment style and you are pretty insecure, honestly, because you're trying to control. You're like reading into little things that don't need to be read into.
It's not like you're trying to control her. It's just that you're fixating on things that don't essentially matter. And maybe
as proof, you're trying to justify that that's proof that she doesn't like you or care about you as much as you like her.
Yeah. And maybe someone hurt you in a previous relationship and I have compassion. All right. I see you. And that can sometimes make us fixate on little things because we've been hurt before. So in that regard, I don't see you as that bad of a person. I just see you like maybe more of a P2, P3 kind of guy. You're not like an a-hole. You're just confused and maybe you're hurt. And I'm here. Like I want to help you and talk you through it. But this does, I'm not going to lie, feel like a Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. This is the most ridiculous thing ever.
It is really dumb, honestly. Okay, so we actually have 2 more edits. It's not about controlling her wording. It's more about downgrading our great time just to be really good. Okay, but again, what if she only had a really good time?
But is there a difference?
But there isn't a difference. But also, like, why does it matter if she had a really good time as opposed to a great time? I confronted her about this and she said she felt that it was really good, but not necessarily great. And I'm surprised she feels that way. Oh my gosh.
I'm kind of curious, like, what the time was. Like, what did they do?
Apparently, it was like only really good and not great. Edit 2. Clearly, you've all failed to understand my perspective. I don't care if she had a good time or a great time. I'm offended that she sees that what I perceive as a great time is only good.
The fact that you're offended, though.
Yeah, honestly, like...
yeah, I don't know, man.
Man, I wish I had time to be offended about stupid shit like this. We obviously have different expectations of things and value things differently, maybe different tastes. Okay, again, this is like, for sure, you're looking for reasons to like essentially justify that you like don't like this person
You're
very
just
much.
or just like looking for conflict.
Yeah, you're just looking for conflict, or totally looking for conflict, but I don't actually like that last sentence.
Yeah, it's weird. That was
Yeah,
a
that
weird
is weird.
one.
You fail to understand. I'm offended.
I'm offended.
Offended.
Sounds like you're playing victim for something really stupid.
really
but also, like,
stupid.
maybe you were hurt and I don't know that. So, like, I can't judge you. I still don't think this pushes you to H1, you know?
He's not, listen, he's not the devil. He's not a devil. He's just a little annoying.
I mean, I feel like there's a little bump on his head from the horns growing, you know?
The horns growing.
But he's not a devil yet.
Please reconsider this relationship. Let her be with an actual adult. You're a child. Okay, but there's a lot of people who operate this way. Like, I can think of like several adults who have anxious attachment styles that would just catastrophize like every single little thing. You're overreacting. You're emotional over nothing. You're overreacting. You're upset because someone you've been dating for 2 months had to work late, but still came out for the birthday of your friend after. You're clearly not capable of being in a relationship, and hopefully she dumps you soon. So everybody's saying they're overreacting for the most part. I don't know if you're like the devil per se. I would say P2.
Yeah, P2. Just like, that's kind of silly. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. You're kind of wasting my time. Silly.
You need a little spanking, and I can do that for you.
Can I watch?
You can even help me if you like.
I'll bring my poker.
I'll bring mine.
Am I the a-hole for assuming my girlfriend would nudge me awake for something we were doing together? Me, 34 male, and my girlfriend, 33 female, have been together for 3 years. Things are mostly good, but we have been arguing more than usual lately. And in particular, we keep arguing about this one thing, and I don't know if I'm being defensive or if we actually are just different people. She's really into fitness and racing. There was this big race in New Zealand she's been hyped about for months. Re-release registration opened super early in the morning for us here. We moved to Thailand last month, but before that we were in the US, East Coast time. So she went through the trouble of figuring out time zones, what time we'd need to wake up after the move, set calendar invites, talk to me about it, set alarms the night before, the whole deal. I will give her that. She's great with that stuff. I told her I wanted to do the race too, but honestly, I'm not as hardcore about this stuff as she is. When registration went live at 4:50 a.m., she woke up, but I slept through it. I struggled with waking up. She knows this. Tickets sold out crazy fast, like in minutes. She had her own ticket in her cart, but then went back to try and add me, and in that time, everything sold out. So she didn't get a ticket either. Neither of us got one.
So neither of them got one?
No. She's not full on mad, though I can see that she's deflated. But she says me not being awake proves I didn't really want to do it. And if it mattered to me, I would have been up with her. I would argue that she's right. Like, let's say you had like a flight for a vacation that was at 4:50 a.m. You can't just like go back to bed, you know? Like, this is something that you committed to. Like, you can't.
Or it's just like one of us agrees, like, for this one, I'll get up and I'll get the registration. The next one,
I think he had to also do it himself, though.
he did?
Yeah, that's why he was supposed to. Well, actually, no, that's true. Maybe he didn't.
No, you could just, I mean, she has his information.
I told her that if she needed me up, she could have just woken me and I would have helped. I like running and she loves Lord of the Rings. From my side, I didn't miss it on purpose, and I did say I wanted to do it. I feel like she's making a bigger deal out of this than it is, and in a relationship, you should help each other out. If she needed me to wake up for something important, I would have, no problem. She was already awake, so why not just nudge me instead of assuming I'd wake myself up?
Both things can be true. I think that, like, you can't rely on her to wake you up, but you could have just given him a little kick and said, get up, I'm doing it now. Maybe she was being a little bit petty, and then she's mad because she had to go back, like, on her pettiness, and then she lost her ticket. Okay.
This has repeatedly happened where she chooses not to wake me up for the gym. It's gotten to the point where we just do our own thing because she chooses not to wake me up for things that she feels should be important to me. I feel like, why wouldn't you just wake me up? I'm right there. Are you like particularly difficult to wake up or something? What is this weird thing about like her not wanting to like nudge you awake?
Or maybe she just wants a little bit more of self-efficacy.
Maybe, yeah, she wants a little more initiative.
I don't know. This just seems like on both their parts, like laziness on his part and pettiness on her part.
Yeah, and pettiness. Yeah, she's just kind of like holding it over his head a little bit. So especially if I had my computer already set up and ready to go, it's like she creates this block about waking me up in her mind and runs away with it and just refuses to wake me up. I feel blamed, like my intentions are being questioned over something I didn't mean to do. I just left and went for a run. Am I the a-hole for telling her she's reading too much into this and she should have just woken me up? Or is she being unfair letting me sleep through more important shared shared goals, especially if she's ready awake. Okay, so people in the comments are kind of saying like, she's your girlfriend, not your mom. It's not her job to wake you up for things. Do better, or she will find someone else who will. I kind of agree in some ways.
I think they're both. I think it's 50-50.
I think it's a little silly.
I think like you got to set an alarm, sure, but like if you're right there, like he's got to just be better at waking himself up.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to be better about it. But like, is he an a-hole? Like, not really. Because like, I do think about the fact that like you do like wake me up when like we have a flight or something like that. Sometimes you will just like slowly pet me and like just, hey, it's time
and
to
pant.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be that serious. I don't think he's an a-hole. I just think that he like.
Let's play like role play here, okay? Let's say like every time we get up, every morning, if you had to wake me up, would that be annoying?
Yeah, it would be, but it wouldn't make you like an a-hole. Like I would be kind of tired of it, honestly.
I guess like she's been trying to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's just become complacent and just like forgets. Just set an alarm.
I do get the argument that like she's not his mom and he's an adult and he needs to.
Yeah, like,
get
I
himself
see that.
up.
I see that. But she's being petty now. She's being petty.
She's being petty, but maybe she has the right to be petty. I don't know.
I think they both go down to purgatory and just they need to have a chat.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that either of them are really assholes.
But neither of them are also ein hells, like ein.
Like he definitely needs to learn how to get himself awake without relying on his girlfriend, and like his girlfriend
needs to stop playing games.
Yeah, like it
and
is
like
what
pick
it
your
is.
moments. Like now you're both not going to the run because you're both idiots. Both of you could be a little bit better.
Yes.
Okay, so you both going to P1. We're gonna have a stern talking to, and you're gonna wake up on your own. And if he happens to miss an alarm or if he's a sleeper, you just wake him up. If you have something to be up for together, then just wake him up. You don't have to be all petty like, all right?
Okay.
Come on, quick, calm.
My 35 female, longtime fiance, 45 male, is leaving me over coffee etiquette. I'm shaking right now.
Honestly, this is how I feel when I buy this
too much coffee.
No, I have this expensive like tamp. I'm a bit of a coffee snob, and then I'm like, Charlotte, I got this brand new bean. I spent like 25 minutes figuring out the proper extraction,
and like wasted half the beans too. Coffee is coffee. I make Americanos
exactly.
Too.
You see what I'm dealing with?
Down anyway.
Yeah, no, and you also spray like in it, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, I spent
like my brown sugar syrup.
Instead of like $20 or $15 on these beans, I spent like $40 on these like really fancy beans for once. Like, what do you think? And you're like, and I'm like.
All right, you get the point. He's a coffee snob. Typing from a throwaway account, obviously, because we both browse Reddit, it's possible he could see this. We've been together for 10 years, then suddenly it's over. I'm so confused. We don't agree on everything, but I feel like I should want to fight for the relationship and the future we started planning together and not give up this easy. Are these feelings fair? So he's taught me a lot. Before we met, I didn't drive and now I do. I had a retail job I disliked, but through his encouragement, I got an entry-level office job 2 years ago. We were house shopping together, looking at places, and we found the properties with the best spaces to make a nursery. My fiance, ex now, I guess, works as an engineer. He handles the household budget and does a good job. My student loans are halfway paid off. I had $85K from a bachelor's. I didn't finish. I really had to rely on taking that housing loan one of the years. I have to be at work an hour before him. I always do my hair routine first. He wakes up and immediately loads the coffee maker and starts it, then goes off to get dressed. I'm getting ready to leave soon and I'm trying to get out the door and the coffee is a little less than halfway brewed. So I take my travel mug and using the coffee maker's sneak a cup feature, I pour 5 cups that just brewed into my mug and then I grab my laptop case. He walks into the kitchen while I'm putting the now empty coffee pot back into the machine to finish the brew. He slams his mug down and becomes incensed. Hey, what are you doing sneaking a cup? I told you to cut that shit out. Oh, okay, so this is something that's come up before. Got it. I remember he made a passing comment before about getting coffee before the pot is done brewing, but it must have went in one ear and out the other. Whatever, it hurts so much being called selfish, I kind of froze up. His face actually became beet red. Don't you realize that when you do that, you're diluting the coffee for the next person? Me? You've let the pot continue to brew so it finishes with a uniform strength. I didn't quite understand.
Bro, you're drinking drip coffee. This guy's ridiculous.
I didn't quite understand and told him I had to go and that I was running late, and he said, well, looks like you don't have time for coffee. I'm not surprised you would interrupt the brewing to take the strongest coffee as fast as possible. Then there was a snarky little comment about my driving habit, how I pass a lot on multi-lane roads to keep ahead and be the fastest. Then comments about how I'm using my credit cards. Like, excuse me? Then a comment about a lot of money I lost buying scratch-offs. Then a comment about he thinks that there's people in my life I take advantage of.
Oh, Interesting.
Sounds like this was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back a little bit. It kind of sounds like this person is a little too annoyingly type B, to the point where they do a lot of selfish, careless things and they don't consider other people.
Yeah, it's like maybe he's a little type A in this situation.
Type A versus type B for sure. This was all crushing, and I haven't talked to him since the coffee blow up yesterday. I slept over at my mom's. I want to have a future with him, but if he's going to be a huge about the coffee, I'm not so sure. Okay, so I don't really think it's about the coffee. I think that you tend to do things that are careless and selfish without considering other people. It sounds like he's gotten mad at you before over this, and you're kind of downplaying it, but like, it sounds like he has gotten mad at you for being a little careless in the past. Let me get this straight. He's helped you get out of debt, and now you're like gambling.
You gave us kind of interesting and yet very telling pieces of information here. The scratch cards one, it's like, okay, well, you're in debt. I guess like maybe like what's $4 here and there, or $7.
It must have been a lot, honestly. Not to like, if someone buys a scratch card here and there, who cares? But like for him to like mention it, I'm guessing you did it a lot after he helped you get out of debt.
The driving one's kind of random.
Well, it just kind of seems like she takes shortcuts. You know what I mean? Like she takes the shortcuts even though she shouldn't.
And the coffee is just sort of a microcosm for everything. Like she's just a little bit careless and doesn't listen. Doesn't
listen and is considerate. So other people in the comments also agree with us. This is absolutely not about the coffee. If I could take a guess, he thinks you're inconsiderate as a person and as a partner. I mean, you did mention it going in one ear and out the other. Is that happening in other places? You need to have a conversation with him and listen where he's not feeling heard and appreciated. Yes. I would agree with that. Yeah, and it also, like, leaving you over coffee etiquette. Is he leaving? I don't really see. When did he ever break up with you?
It may be about the coffee etiquette. Like you said, the straw that broke the camel's back.
It kind of sounds like she wants to leave him because he called her out for being inconsiderate.
Didn't she say in the beginning that he ended it after 10 years? Yeah, because she said, my now ex-fiance, I guess.
Yeah, but it doesn't. When did he break up with her?
Maybe it happened after.
It didn't say that it did.
Okay, well then.
It says, I want to have a future with him, but if he's going to be a huge about the coffee, I'm not so sure. They're still together.
Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is, she's trying to make it about the coffee. And since she put all those details in there, it's clear that she's part of the problem.
No, I think that he finally called her out and she doesn't want to hear it. So she would rather break up than face reality and maybe be forced to maybe change some of her habits and the way that she behaves. Honestly, it sounds like he has made her life a lot better. The one time that he gets like a little annoyed with her, also a 5-cup coffee cup, I feel like that is literally taking the entire brew for herself. Anyways, the point is that she took all the coffee that he was brewing for himself. I genuinely think that he doesn't deserve this kind of treatment. I think that she doesn't like that he's kind of calling her out for being inconsiderate. I don't think that she's the devil. She needs to just take a little bit of responsibility and just be a little more considerate of the boyfriend that has helped her a lot.
I just don't like how she framed it. It makes me kind of not trust her as much. He wants to break up, or we want to break up over like coffee etiquette. I'm shaking.
Yeah. No, she's minimizing it for sure.
She's victiming.
Yeah, I don't love it. It's a little manipulative.
In fact, I don't. Yeah, it's very manipulative. That's definitely lower than P2.
P2, P3? Did we go P3?
She might be P3. Yeah.
Hang on a second. She's not the devil, but she's definitely an asshole. Let's just get this straight. She's definitely an asshole in this situation.
I know, but that's why she's not necessarily in an H1 or.
She's not H1.
She's close because she's doing this like weird manipulative where she's saying like playing the victim and it's about the coffee, but it's really not about the coffee because clearly he's doing all these things for her and she's just being selfish and not caring about how that affects other people. So that has to factor in a little bit. Funny enough, she just put all the details that incriminated her as well in that story. It's like, well, actually, hang on a second.
No. I fully I definitely see where he's coming from, even by those little things that she shared. But notice how she minimizes what she chooses to share. I think considering everything, you're definitely like a P3 or P4.
I'm going to go final answer, P3.
P3? Okay, we're going to P3.
Yeah.
Purgatory 3!
Purgatory 3, yeah.
Am I the a-hole for frequently using the living room in a shared space when I don't pay rent? I, 21 male, recently got into it with my brother, 29 male, and sister-in-law, 28 female, over the fact they feel that my girlfriend and I use the living room too much. For some context on my living situation, I'm a full-time university student, but I do work part-time, about 8 to 10 hours a week. When I first transferred to my university from community college, my brother and sister-in-law offered to let me live with them so I didn't have to worry about housing or cost of food. They said they were happy to cover the cost of groceries and rent since they both have well-paying jobs and I would only need to pay for myself if I wanted to go out or order out. I've also taken over virtually all chores to try and make things more equitable. Okay, that's good. They're doing a lot for you. I'm happy to hear that you are taking on the chores. Everything seems to have been going well these past few months, but things are weird after my girlfriend came to stay with us. She attends a university out of state, so we're long distance, and she's spending her winter break with me. 4 people in the living space is very different from 3 people in a living space. Since the semester's over, we have a lot of free time and have just been focusing on making up for lost time, and we're enjoying each other's company. The first instance that I got something was off with my brother and sister-in-law was when I sent her my grocery order for the week to my sister-in-law, and my brother almost immediately texted me and told me I was asking for too much. Right, because they agreed to pay for you, but not your girlfriend.
She should be paying for herself.
I added some additional things that I normally would since my girlfriend was visiting and I wanted to make us dinner. A few of the things my brother had a problem with was that I asked for a ground beef, chicken, steak, and shrimp for 1 week.
That's a lot. That's expensive.
That
man.
is very
meat
expensive.
Adds up.
It's kind of like when you offer to pay for dinner and then someone goes ahead and like orders the most expensive wine on the menu, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it's like, what are you doing?
Like, come on, man. In that instance where someone is covering the cost for you, you spend as little as possible to not burden them. You don't just go balls to the wall. Anyways, let's carry on.
Carry on.
I tried to explain to him it was ingredients for a recipe I'd looked up. Why didn't you cook also for them too? I feel like maybe they wouldn't have been as upset if you had offered to cook for them.
No, I thought he was making dinner for everybody.
No, just for her. He and my sister-in-law did eventually concede and added to the order with the condition they would use some of the ingredients for themselves to make the cost worth it. I thought that was weird.
You thought that was weird.
Hold the phone. You thought that was weird. Okay. But another weird thing that's been happening is when my sister-in-law gets home from work, my girlfriend and I have usually just finished making our dinner for the evening and are sitting in the living room watching TV. It is the only room in the house with a TV. I could tell she's been annoyed when she gets home, but I didn't think it pertained to me or my girlfriend until my brother approached me at the end of the week and asked me and my girlfriend if we would please try to be out of the way and up in my room when sister-in-law gets home from work because she doesn't like seeing us all over each other and is annoyed because she would like to watch TV. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
you are entitled to use the living space, but if it's getting to the point where you are literally the only one using the living space, it is a little annoying.
Sometimes like kids that age just don't have social cues, you know? It's
Yeah.
like she's
Oh,
coming
see,
home from a
he's
university.
21. He's 21.
University. I mean, like, yeah, like some kids do, some kids don't.
I feel like you could be doing a lot of this stuff in your room, dude. Like, don't you have a laptop? Like, can't you
that,
just
that was my next thing. It's
Yeah.
like watching the TV during the day or whatever, and
Yeah,
then like
until
when
she
she
gets
comes
home.
home, because she's working all day.
Yeah. I mean, listen, all of us had the dorm room experience and I watched like Mad TV on my laptop. Not Mad TV specifically, but a lot of TV on my laptop for years, and it's totally fine to do that.
It's just about having social cues.
Yeah,
That's
like
all it is.
it's not your space, buddy. When you're paying rent, you can equally, but even then, you equally share the living space. I feel like both my brother and sister-in-law are very frustrated, and the level of frustration has surprised me. It's almost like it came out of nowhere. So I'm posting here to get some perspective. Listen, at the end of the day, I understand that the hostility isn't fun to deal with, but at the end of the day, it is their space. They're paying for you to live there, and they're paying for all your groceries. I think that they are entitled to ask you to just kind of let them also use the space. Also, I don't think that it's fair to ask them to pay for your food for your girlfriend. I don't think that that's fair at all. You do have money. You have a job. You are making some money. I feel like it is fair for you to take on that cost yourself.
Yeah, man. I just think like look around. They're coming home from work. They're tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just learn to get out of the way. Like that's
Yeah.
what being a good roommate is just
Yeah.
knowing how to share.
You've got a pretty sweet setup there, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Like,
and they're paying for your groceries.
yeah,
like-
they're paying for your groceries, my guy. Like, you don't pay rent. You have spending money to, like, you know, do whatever you want. Like, a lot of people do not have that setup. Like, a lot of people have to pay for, like, dorm rooms and stuff. I would say if they're expressing to you that they would, you know, like a little bit of their space back and, like, maybe to feel a little less used by you, try to make it up for them. Again, why is it that you didn't offer to make dinner for everybody? That would have been a nice thing to do.
That's something. Like, why don't you say that like every Wednesday you make dinner?
Yeah, I'm sure they would love that. If she came home, she's tired from work, all she wants to do is watch TV, she doesn't want to make dinner, offer to make her dinner.
Or offer to like watch movie nights like together on Tuesdays or something like
Yeah,
that.
totally.
I
I
don't
feel like there's a lot to do. They've been really good to you, and like I think that there's a lot that you could do to make up for it. Okay, edit to add. Did I ask my brother and sister-in-law if my girlfriend could come stay? Yes and no. They've always extended a welcome for my girlfriend, and I didn't ask if she could stay, but my brother and sister-in-law asked if she was planning to stay for winter break around early November, and I said yes, and they were both kind of like, okay, cool, as if it wasn't a big deal at all. For the grocery order, I usually make my own dinner and not for my sister-in-law or brother because they prefer to cook for themselves. ourselves. It's always been our arrangement that I take care of myself when it comes to dinner. I've asked for steak, chicken, and shrimp before, but never in one order, so I can understand where my brother and sister-in-law got upset. I think I was overzealous and wanted to do something nice for my girlfriend while she's visiting.
Okay, that's fine.
It's good that you're kind of like conceding and understanding that you did take it a little far, for sure. But I also think that you need to be understanding of the fact that you are in a shared space, a space that you do not pay rent for. If it means you going to your room to hang out with your girlfriend, I don't think that that's a big deal at all.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's taking ownership of it and responsibility. Like
he took ownership for the grocery part, not for the part where he's in the living room all the time. That's what he asked. Am I the a-hole for frequently using the living room in a shared space when I don't pay rent?
I mean, that's a pretty clickbait, rage bait title, buddy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to say you're an a-hole for that. I mean, but if you share it, you know, if you have an arrangement, then that's okay. But when your girlfriend's staying with you and you're kind of just like loafing there the whole time because she has no job, then I can see why your brother and sister-in-law got mad.
Okay, so a lot of people in the comments are saying you're the a-hole. You know, you shouldn't expect them to cover food for your girlfriend. People are saying like you should offer to pay rent now. I think that the very least that OP can do is just go to his room and try not to become a burden to the people that are really, really doing him a solid. I wouldn't say he's in hell. Just because he doesn't belong in hell doesn't mean that he's not an asshole. Okay, he's definitely being an asshole and an inconsiderate one at that.
Yeah. To be in level H, 1 to infinity, cheating, like heavy manipulation, physical, goes without saying, or emotional abuse. Things of that nature, like the extremes. Those are hell.
For sure.
Auto hell.
Yeah, auto hell.
Purgatory is like you're acting like an asshole.
But you could be better, you know?
You could be better, you know? You're malleable.
They're saving you, you know? I could potentially save you. So I would say P2?
Yeah, P2.
P2. All right, so the biggest devil in this video was...
Drum roll, please. Me playing drums.
Bro Rack Closure, who asked, my 32 male fiance, 30 female, blocked me. How can I get closure?
Could not agree more.
Not only were you a cheater, you cheated on your fiance, and you also participated in cheating, but you also kind of sound a little bit stalkerish.
And you're a homewrecker.
And you're a homewrecker.
Yeah?
We will have little awards to give out, so stay tuned for that. But for now, ready?
Subscribe!